Before I speak a single word to anyone, before my feet touch the floor, before the notifications light up my screen, I turn to you. Lord, you are my beginning, the origin of my breath, the keeper of my soul, the anchor of my being. This morning, before the noise of the world takes hold, I quiet myself to hear only one voice. Yours. I come into this sacred stillness not because I must, but because I know that without you, I drift. Without your presence, even my best efforts feel empty. Without your peace, the smallest disruptions shake me. So I seek you early because you are the one who steadies me before the world can shake me. Father, before I step into today's responsibilities, I surrender every part of it into your hands. I give you the weight of what I cannot control. I release the outcome of my tasks, the uncertainties ahead, the unspoken fears that press against my chest. I choose to place it all before you, not as a last resort, but as a first response. This morning, I'm not just asking for a blessing. I'm not asking for everything to go my way. I'm asking for something deeper. Fill me with you. Fill me with the awareness that you are here, closer than my own breath. Fill me with the confidence that I don't have to face today alone. Fill me with strength for what I can't anticipate, with peace for what I can't understand, with patience for what may not change. Yet, God, I don't want to walk into this day half awake in my spirit. I don't want to live on autopilot, numbed by distractions, reacting out of fear, tension, or pride. Awaken me. Let my spirit rise before the sun, alert to your whispers, responsive to your touch. Let my soul be like soft soil, ready to receive the seeds of your truth. Plant in me today the fruits of your spirit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. I need them all. This world needs them all, but it must begin in me, with you. Before I get lost in my to-do list, remind me that being with you is my greatest doing. I'm not defined by my productivity today. I'm not measured by what I accomplish, but by how deeply I stay connected to you. Let every task be an act of worship. Let every conversation be seasoned with grace. Let my presence carry peace, because it reflects your presence within me. Lord, I know there will be moments today when I'll feel overwhelmed, when I'll be tempted to rely on my own strength, when I'll forget that you are with me. So I ask now for a divine sensitivity. Help me to pause and realign when I drift. Help me to turn my eyes back to you before anxiety takes root. Help me to breathe deeply and remember that you are still God, even in the chaos, even in the silence, even when nothing goes as planned. You've promised to go before me. You've promised to be my rear guard. You've promised never to leave or forsake me. And yet, so often I act as though I am alone. Forgive me for carrying what you've asked me to release. Forgive me for rushing past you in the morning to chase the things that cannot fill me. Today, I want that to change. I want to walk differently. I want to think differently. I want to live this day not driven by pressure, but led by purpose. And that purpose is to know you, to love you, to reflect you, not just when it's convenient, but especially when it's not. Let the way I speak today bring healing. Let the way I respond reflect compassion. Let the way I listen show honor. Let me be quick to forgive and slow to take offense. Let my life speak of you. Even when I say nothing, before the sun rises fully, I rise in spirit. Before the city awakens, I awaken to you. Before my phone demands my attention, I give my attention to the one who truly matters. You know every detail of this day before I live a single second of it. You know the people I'll encounter, the challenges I'll face, the moments I'll be tested. And you've already made provision. You've already gone ahead of me. So I step into today, not with fear, but with faith. Because I know that you are with me in every step. Even now, as I speak this prayer, I can feel the shift inside me. Peace rises, fear retreats, clarity replaces confusion, the fog lifts, and your presence becomes real, not distant, not theoretical, but here, personal, present, powerful. This is not just the start of a day. This is the beginning of communion. This is the foundation upon which the rest of this day will be built. And if everything else falls apart, let this remain. I met with God this morning, and that is more than enough. Now that I've given you my first breath, Lord, let every breath that follows be anchored in you. Don't let this moment of peace be just a pause before the storm, but the rhythm that carries me through every hour ahead. Let what I felt here, this stillness, this clarity, this comfort, follow me as I move through the world. Let it not be left behind like a forgotten prayer. Instead, let it shape every thought, every step, every choice. Because I know how easily the world distracts me. I know how quickly I forget. One traffic jam, one email, one misunderstanding, and suddenly I feel disconnected again. That's why I ask, not for a single moment of inspiration, but for a day of ongoing communion with you. Teach me how to walk with you through the ordinary. As I brush my teeth, let me remember how you cleanse my soul. As I prepare breakfast, let me be reminded that you are the bread of life. As I work, may I see my efforts as service to you, even if no one else notices. And when the mundane feels meaningless, remind me, nothing is wasted when it's offered to you. Lord, help me not to rush through the day with my head down and heart closed. Instead, make me sensitive to the divine interruptions, the unplanned moments where you're inviting me to look up, a stranger's smile, a co-worker in need, a gentle nudge in my spirit to pause, breathe, and pray. You are not only in the silence of the morning, you are in the bustle of the afternoon. You are in the conversations, the setbacks, the laughter, the tears. And you long for me, not just to visit you briefly, but to walk with you continually. So let me not compartmentalize your presence. Let me not leave you behind like a morning routine. Instead, become the lens through which I see everything. When I feel tension rise, remind me of your peace. When I feel overwhelmed, whisper your strength into my heart. When I feel unnoticed, remind me that you see me. When I feel like quitting, hold me up with your grace. There are things I will face today that I cannot prepare for, but you are already there. You're in the meeting that makes me nervous. You're in the conversation I'm dreading. You're in the decision I'm unsure about. And even when I stumble, even when I fail, your mercy will be right beside me, lifting me back up with love. Holy Spirit, be my internal compass. Correct me gently when I drift. Speak louder than my doubts. Push back the lies that sneak into my mind and try to steal my joy. Replace them with truth, your truth, that I am chosen, forgiven, loved, and never alone. Let your word echo in my mind throughout the day, like a hidden melody that keeps me aligned. When stress creeps in, remind me of Psalm 46:10. Be still and know that I am God. When I feel anxious, let Philippians 4:6-7 come alive in me. Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything, with prayer and thanksgiving, present your requests to God. I don't just want to visit peace today. I want to live in it. I don't want joy to be something I wait for. I want it to flow from within me, and I don't want faith to be something I perform. I want it to become who I am. Lord, even in my work, let me worship. Even in my routine, let me rejoice. Even in hardship, let me hope. Transform how I see the people around me. That coworker who frustrates me, remind me that they are someone you love deeply. That person who cut me off in traffic, help me to bless them in silence instead of curse them in frustration. The loved one who wounds me with their words, give me patience to respond with grace. Let my life today be a quiet sermon of your goodness, not through dramatic acts, but through simple consistency, through faithfulness, integrity, and love in the small things. Let my presence soften the room I enter. Let my kindness disarm bitterness. Let my gentleness be a reflection of your heart. Father, I know that temptations will come. The temptation to react instead of reflect, to judge instead of extend mercy, to doubt instead of trust. But I pray now, in advance, lead me not into temptation, but deliver me from evil. Guard my heart from pride. Guard my words from harm. Guard my mind from fear. Make me aware, moment by moment, that I carry your spirit within me. You don't just want my mornings. You want my middle of the day prayers whispered under my breath. You want my eyes lifted to you during a lunch break. You want my surrender again and again. Not because you're needy, but because sots. You know I need you in every moment. You are not a God who visits and leaves. You are Emmanuel, God with us. God with me, always. So remind me, even as the hours pass and I get tired or distracted, that you are still near, that you haven't left, that you never will. And in moments when I do forget, when I react poorly, when I lose my temper, when I grow discouraged, pull me back gently. You are not a God of guilt and shame. You are the Father who welcomes, restores, and renews. You are the God who invites me back into grace, again and again and again. Let that truth guide how I treat others. Let it free me from perfectionism and pressure. Let it teach me to offer grace to those around me as generously as you pour it over me. As the day draws to a close and the light begins to fade, I return to you, Lord. Not just in ritual, but in deep and honest reflection. You were with me today, even in the moments I didn't notice, even in the places I forgot to look. You were there, whispering peace when stress rose, extending grace when I fell short, giving strength when I felt weak. And now, as I slow down again, I choose to notice. I choose to remember. God, thank you for walking with me. Not because I earned it, but because you are faithful. You never promised an easy path, but you promised your presence. And that has made all the difference. Tonight, I look back not through the lens of regret or perfectionism, but through the lens of grace. I release the moments where I missed the mark, the things I said that I shouldn't have, the things I didn't say when I should have. I give them to you. I place them under your mercy, knowing that you are not keeping score, you are offering restoration. Thank you for the small victories, the moments when I did remember to pause and pray, the smiles exchanged, the kindness shown, the quiet strength you gave me when no one else saw. These are the real treasures of the day, and I thank you for every one of them. Let me not lie down burdened with guilt, but ruined, wrapped in your peace. Let me not end the day with anxiety for tomorrow, but with trust that the same God who carried me through today will do it again, because you never sleep. You never grow weary. You never forget your children. As I rest, you remain awake, watching over me, holding every part of my life in your capable, loving hands. Father, I ask now for a holy reset. Wash away the residue of stress. Cleanse me from every lie I believe today, lies about my worth, my purpose, or my future. Replace them with your truth, that I am loved, chosen, held, and guided. Let the quiet of this night deepen my awareness of your nearness. Let it settle into my soul like warm oil, calming every anxious thought, silencing every inner storm. Where my mind races, speak stillness. Where my body aches, bring comfort. Where my spirit feels drained, breathe new life. Lord, I know that rest is not just physical, it's spiritual. So I don't just want sleep tonight, I want soul rest. I want to rest in the knowledge that you are in control, that I don't have to fix everything, know everything, or carry everything. I simply need to trust. Tomorrow will bring its own set of challenges, but that's not my burden to carry tonight. Tonight is about surrender. Tonight is about gratitude. Thank you, God, not just for what you gave me today, but for who you are, my refuge, my comforter, my counselor, my Father. And even if today wasn't what I hoped for, even if it came with unexpected disappointments or unspoken pain, I still end it with praise, because you are good, even when life is hard. You are near, even when I feel alone. You are working, even when I can't see the results. You are writing a story I cannot fully comprehend yet, but I choose to trust the author. Let tonight be holy. Let it be sacred, not because of where I am, but because of who is with me. I speak peace over my home. I speak calm over my thoughts. I speak life over my dreams. I speak faith over my future. And I invite you once again to be the center, not just of my day, but of my entire existence. Lord, fill my heart with reminders of your faithfulness. Let me rest not in fear of what could happen, but in the certainty of your character. You have never failed me. You have never forgotten me. You have never walked away. Let that be the song my soul sings as I close my eyes. And tomorrow, when I wake again, let the first words on my lips not be complaint or concern, but gratitude. Let the first thought that rises be, God is with me, and I will not walk alone. May every morning begin in your presence. May every afternoon be lived in your power. May every night end in your peace. Because a life lived this way, from your presence to your presence, is a life of meaning, joy, and eternal impact. If this prayer has stirred your spirit and helped you realign with God today, don't let it end here. Whisper this prayer before you sleep. God, I give you my day. I give you my night. I give you everything in between. Leave a comment. My day begins and ends with you, Lord. Share this video with someone who needs this peace tonight. Let's create a wave of calm, of trust, of faith across every heart that hears this. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel for more moments of divine stillness and strength. You're not alone on this journey.